Jazzcast Pros.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Fearless Fridays with Maryann. Today we are going to be talking about a topic that if you feel yourself being triggered or if it's a little hard for you, please feel free to hit that pause button, go talk to someone, and come back when you feel that you are in a safe mental state to be able to continue on listening to today's topic. What if you don't like yourself, let alone love yourself? Welcome to Fearless Fridays with Maryann, the podcast where real talk meets real transformation. I am your host, Dr. Maryann Rivera-Dannert, and with over 10 years as a life coach, author, speaker, and trainer, I will be guiding you on this journey of healing, growth, and empowerment. Each week, we dive into raw, authentic conversations about life's challenges, victories, and everything in between. Together, we'll hear your inner child, build unshakable confidence, and unlock the fearless you that's been waiting to shine. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's take the next step towards the life that you deserve. This is your safe space, your community, and your call to be limitless, because it's time to be free, fearless, and fabulous. There are people out there who struggle with loving themselves, even liking themselves. So not to be insensitive, because it is something that's very serious, because I myself have found myself in that situation in the past. So I want to share some key tips for you to tap into, to get healthy, to work on yourself and to get to a place where you start to like yourself so you can eventually fall in love with yourself, because the relationship with yourself matters more than any relationship that you will ever have or experience with anyone. Because the truth of the matter is, even if you do have a best friend, if you have a significant other, if you have a great relationship with, coworkers, your children, etc., these individuals will eventually, grow up, leave the house, have their own families, their own relationships and things like that. And, your significant other and you, something may happen where you're no longer together, whether it's by natural causes or separation, divorce, because that it's a real thing, that you will end up by yourself. And again, the relationship with yourself is one that is constant. It is constant from the day you enter this world until the day you leave this world. So ensuring that you have a healthy relationship with yourself is extremely important. So if you, again, find yourself, struggling a little bit, I want you to seek some help, and you can seek help from a mental health therapist. And quickly, because I am a life coach, I want to describe the differences between a coach, between a mental health professional, because oftentimes those can get intertwined, and I don't want anyone to be confused. So when you think of a mentor, think of someone who is a guide, who is guiding you to where you want to be. They share their experience, their wisdom, and advise you on how to grow personally and professionally. When it comes to a coach, a life coach, whether it's a life coach, a transformational coach, a business coach, whatever type of coach it is, a coach helps you to unlock your full potential by asking you very specific questions, setting goals, helping you set goals, and holding you accountable. They don't give you all the answers. They do not give you advice, but they help you find them within yourself. And when it comes to a mental health professional, this includes therapists, psychologists, counselors, psychiatrists. They help you with emotional and psychological issues, mental health, challenges. And they provide you with tools, with strategies, and sometimes therapy to support your healing journey. Again, a coach and a mentor will also give you strategies, but these are specific to mentoring and coaching. Whereas a mental health professional, it kind of says it in the name, they're helping you with your mind. There are many individuals that I know personally also that are life coaches that have gone back to school and gotten certified, or have gotten degrees as a mental health therapist to be counselors and things like that. That is great for them. For me personally, I see it as a boundary issue from the standpoint of I personally would not hire someone to be my life coach and also be my mental health therapist, because unless you're like very strict, very specific, I believe, again, it's my opinion, that the lines can get blurred and you can shift in and out from being a coach to a mental therapist or vice versa. And a coach should never give you therapy because, again, that can cause more harm than good. So I personally believe that you should have a coach. A coach and a mentor can be the same person, but a coach and a mental therapist, for me personally, they have to be two separate individuals. Again, you have to do what's best for you, but me personally, I would have two separate people. But again, so a mentor is a guide that helps you to get to where you want to be. A coach helps you to unlock your full potential, and they help you set goals and hold you accountable. And a mental health therapist includes, counselors, psychologists, and they help you with past trauma. So according to research, there are three main reasons why individuals, particularly women, don't like themselves, let alone love themselves. The first one is unrealistic beauty and success standards, because we're comparing ourselves to other people. We're comparing ourselves, to the media and to people that, are close to us and things like that. So according to the Dove Global Beauty and Confidence Report from 2016, so it's about 8 years old, and I'm pretty sure that there's one that will be coming out soon. They found that 85% of women and 79% of girls opt out of important life activities when they don't feel good about their appearance. So when you don't have, a good opinion or a good view of your looks, whether it's, your skin color, your hair, any body part or things like that, when you're judging yourself in a negative way, this can cause you to have low self-esteem. And again, you're comparing yourself to people and things that you see in the media. And then also the American Psychological Association, APA, there's research on social comparison and media influence that shows that exposure to idealized images can negatively impact our self-esteem. So when you pick up magazines and you see women, actresses, social media influencers that have, trim bodies and things like that, flawless skin, they don't have any imperfections. This kind of makes you think like, okay, is this what's attractive? Is this what I should be striving to be like? So that can cause unrealistic beauty standards for yourself. Internalized competition and comparison is one of the second reasons. And according to, if you know who Brene Brown is, and if not, please go Google her. Brene Brown's research on shame and vulnerability highlights how societal expectations and fear of judgment can lead to comparison and competition among women. So again, when you're comparing yourself to someone else, if, especially women, I'm speaking about women here, it kind of feels like a sense of competition. Have you ever found yourself telling someone a story, for example, or something that might have happened? You won an award, or you got a raise, or you got a promotion, or something great that happened. And next thing you know, they're telling you about something that happened to them. It feels like a competition, doesn't it? It's like, why do we have to compete with each other, especially women? Society, going back a long way, it always seems that there's always competition. There's more than enough resources, opportunities, business opportunities, money, anything that we can possibly desire for. There's more than enough to go out there for each and every one of us to be successful. So we need to cut that cord when it comes to competing and comparing ourselves to other people. And then number 3, past trauma or negative condition also feeds into having low self-esteem. So according to the National Institute of Mental Health, studies link childhood trauma and emotional neglect to low self-esteem and difficulties in adult relationships. And also the Confidence Code by Katie Kane and Clarice Shipman from 2014, they explore how societal conditioning and self-doubt impact women's confidence and self-perception. This can seem very dark and very gloom, and very gloom, but there is hope out there. There are things that we can do to start shifting our mindset. There are things that we can start doing and taking action so we can start to work on ourselves, work on our self-image, work on our self-esteem, so we can start to like ourselves a little bit more each and every day until eventually we fall in love with ourselves. And I know that me personally, I have been guilty of this, talking about, self-love, self-love, self-love. But again, there are many individuals who don't even like themselves. So how can you go from not liking yourself to loving yourself? There's like a whole big gap in between there. And that is what I'm here to talk about. I'm going to share with you some tips that you can start taking action today, because again, whenever I give tips, I want to make sure that they are realistic tips and that they are actionable tips that you can take action today, so you can start shifting your mindset, so you can start reprogramming your thought patterns, so you can start liking yourself just a little bit more, so you can start having a little bit more confidence, and you can start loving yourself. So let's get into these tips. The first one, challenge negative self-talk. Pay attention to the way that you speak to yourself. When a negative thought comes up, for example, I'm not good enough, or I'm stupid, or how can I be so clumsy? Challenge it by asking, is this really true? And replace it with a positive or a neutral statement like, I'm doing my best and that is enough. Because sometimes, again, we try to go from 0 to 100, and that's very unrealistic. Number 2, celebrate small wins every single day. I have mentioned this tip before in different talks and things like that. Sometimes getting out of bed is the best that you can do today. And that, while it might seem small to some people, that is monumental to many others. So at the end of each day, write down 3 things that you did well, no matter how small. This will shift the focus from what's wrong to what's right and builds confidence over time. Number 3, set and keep small promises to yourself, not to other people, because again, this is all about you. If you tell yourself that you're going to drink more water or take a short walk, read for 5 minutes, then do it. Believe me, I have been very guilty of this, because there are days that I'm like, okay, starting on Sunday, starting on Monday, I'm going to start working out. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to get a good, nice rest. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Sunday comes, Monday comes, and now it is Tuesday. And what happens? Nothing has happened. So make sure that you set and you keep small promises to yourself, no matter how small, because again, this is going to start building self-trust and self-respect. Number 4, do one thing that makes you feel good every day. Whether it's wearing a color that you love, listening to uplifting music, or engaging in a hobby, intentionally choosing something that brings you joy and reminds you that you deserve to feel good. So ask yourself, what is my favorite color? Or what is my favorite scent? What kind of music do I like listening to? Make sure that you do a little bit of that each and every single day. Number 5, unfollow and unsubscribe ruthlessly. What does that mean? Go to social media and pay attention to people and the content that makes you feel less than, makes you question who you are, makes you doubt yourself. And after you're engaging in this, account or dealing with people or consuming this content, they make you feel icky. They don't make you feel good. They don't uplift you. Hit that unfollow button, hit that delete, the unsubscribe button, because if it's not uplifting you, if it's not helping you build confidence, if it's not helping you grow personally and professionally, then it's time to remove it. Even if it's friends and family, because oftentimes we feel that, with their family, with their friends. Zig Ziglar has said that the 5 people that you hang around with the most, you are going to be like these people. So if you're hanging around a whole bunch of negative Nancys, you're going to end up being a negative Nancy yourself. So pay attention to the media, to the content, to the people that makes you feel less than, and hit that delete and unsubscribe, that snooze button. And the last one, number 6, give yourself a personal title. This is my personal favorite. So if instead of saying, that you're trying to be confident or you're trying to do the best that you can, Claim a title that embodies who you want to be. You are the CEO of your life. You are a resilient warrior. You are a fearless warrior, or you are the architect of your future. Owning a title shifts your mindset, and own that title. Again, if trauma is something that you have experienced, make sure that you seek help from a mental health professional. There's wisdom in speaking to people, speaking to a mental health professional. Sometimes we feel that, we are, something is wrong with us, that we're weak. And that is contrary to popular belief. When you seek mental health therapy, when you seek to see a professional, it's a sign of strength, because not many people are able to do that. Not many people are able to own that, yes, something is wrong. I need to speak to someone. And you can see a therapist and a coach simultaneously, like have them going on together. But I sincerely hope and highly recommend that you first work on past trauma and on past issues, because these things can keep you stuck, can keep you living an unhealthy and unsatisfied life. And once you get a better handle on that, then you can seek, to get a coach so they can help you to unlock your full potential. And again, they should be separate, my opinion, and they should not be the same person. A coach should not be giving you helping you with past trauma, because again, that is crossing the lines, that is crossing the boundaries, and that is not what a coach does. And as you start to build confidence, as you start to build self-trust and self-respect, and you start liking yourself a little bit more, because that's the big goal here. You're going to fall in love with yourself a little bit more. You are going to start showing up more confidently. You are going to start showing up more fearlessly, more boldly. You are going to start taking healthy risks out there, and you are going to start living your best life. So I hope that these 6 tips, are something that you can take action today. Pick one and just focus on one. Focus on one for a few days and then include another one. Do those 2 for another 3 to 4 days and then include a third one, and so forth. So again, highlighting what the 6 tips were: challenge negative self-talk, celebrate small wins daily, set and keep small promises to yourself, do one thing that makes you feel good each and every day, unfollow and unsubscribe ruthlessly, and give yourself a personal title. And make sure that you seek therapy if you're struggling with any past or current trauma. This is not advice as a mental health therapist, because I am not a mental health therapist. These guidance, these tips are meant to be used for educational purposes, because I am not a mental health therapist. I hope that you have a fearless and fabulous and bold day. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that you share this with a friend or two who can use a little bit of positivity in their lives. Thank you.